All right, welcome back to another episode of the Department of Nerds podcast. I'm Dave. There's Storm. There's Omar. Omar's drinking. I did a lot of day drinking. I'm just not. I stopped, and that was my problem.
Hmm.
But I feel like if I didn't stop, my shower this afternoon was not going to go well.
All right, that's the end of the show. We're done.
All right, pack it in, boys.
Christ.
So we're here to talk today about Batman and Joker. Not just the current Batman that's being filmed and the latest Joker that came out, but all of them in cinema, not the TV show stuff. Although I do feel like we need to do an episode on Batman Beyond at some point.
Never watched it.
Oh my God.
I remember it being on when I was younger, and I'd flip right through it.
It's so good.
I
And
bet
it would
it is.
translate to a very, very great movie series if they got the right people to play the right people.
They got the right people to play the right people.
Yes.
We've discussed this, Dave.
We have.
We've discussed this. So
We can discuss this even further whenever we get to a Batman Beyond episode.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt if we get to go down a slight rabbit hole on this episode.
What you act like we don't go down rabbit holes. Not us.
No, never. Black Widow Taskmaster, yeah.
Oh,
Same fucking
boy.
thing.
I mean, let's be honest. In our Morbius episode, we talked about damn near everything but Morbius.
Pretty much, because we didn't have anything. It wasn't nothing.
We had a 2-minute trailer.
It's fresh, it's new, so But now we're about to talk about Batman and Joker, and we have plenty of stuff to talk about on that.
Yeah.
So what do we want to start with? Do we want to start with Batman or do we want to start with Joker?
All right, we'll start with Joker because you just watched the latest Joker
Yeah.
movie.
Yes, I did.
I want your honest feedback because we have our little group chat and we know how that's gone. I think it was incredible. Dalton thinks it was trash.
Fucking
What do you
0 out of 10.
And I think it was in between those two.
Good. Like
It
how
was-
far in between?
I think it leans. It was not an average movie. It was a very good movie. I don't think it was the best thing in the world, but it was a very good movie.
I agree. My take on it being incredible was given everything DC has put out as far as a movie, given everything that's happened in that whole DC universe. Fuck you.
Hold on, let's everybody do the Dalton video real quick.
Everything that's happened. I can't do that.
There's gonna be shit on this wall. All right. So
There's gonna be shit on this wall. So Omar's on his phone. Like, what the fuck are we even crying about?
yeah, come on now.
So I thought it was a different take. It was an actual origin story of just Joker because we haven't gotten that before. We got an origin story within a Batman movie with Jack Nicholson's version. We never got an origin for Heath Ledger.
He just popped out of nowhere.
Right. And, do we even really need to talk about Jared Leto's version?
No, because that was garbage.
We can
That
skip right
was
over
actual
that.
trash.
But that
It was almost it was almost similar to the story of Jack Nicholson's version. It's just they were both the gangsters of their time.
Well, I was gonna say because the Joker has different personas. That was just one of the personas. You could talk about that, but other than that, I don't
Right.
know shit about
Yeah,
him.
I don't like that
Because
persona.
like the anarchist was Heath Ledger. Like that. Yeah.
That one is probably by far my favorite version of it. However, I enjoyed that we got an actual origin story that I could see turning into the anarchist.
But do you know the I know you guys probably read this, but the theories on Ledger's Joker, he's probably some form of SF, SO, some shit like that, prior military. You guys haven't read that? Just how he was able to execute things, make bombs, infiltrate and everything like that. That's
Well,
a
I mean, think
pretty
about different
skills.
anarchists throughout history. I mean, they learned that stuff off the fucking internet.
That's fair.
But I'm not discounting the theory. I hadn't heard anything of it, and
I just like it.
no, I do too. But that's another thing that I at some point want to talk about. I'm kind of over the whole using the military aspect of life to create characters in movies. You know, I don't think that would be a good way to go about saying that's the backstory of Heath Ledger's version. Um, I don't know. I just
So I will say this, since we're talking about the different personas. Batman did sit on the Mobius chair, and
Okay.
he asked what who the Joker's actual identity was.
Mhm.
And in the comic, it did say there are three. So
Okay.
even in the comics, there's not one Joker.
There's three.
Multiple Jokers. There's three, and it actually shows. If I can fucking find this shit. Of course I can't. So I'll see. I'll go ahead and I'll send it in our chat at some point, or I'll just.
It shows the gangster, the failed comedian, and the anarchist.
That, which is blurry as fuck.
Really close.
It really is, but I feel like that one on the far right, if I'm not mistaken, is more along the lines of the Jared Leto Joker.
Yes. So that came out. That was before Jared Leto's Joker actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there were plenty of people that actually mentioned that.
Maybe Jared Leto just sucked at the role.
Or maybe
think he's
that
gonna be
role
good.
just, or maybe that Joker just sucks.
I don't know. All I know is I hate it. Like, there were parts that I enjoyed. I enjoyed the mannerisms a little bit, but I hated the gold fronts. That was dumb.
I didn't mind the tattoos.
The tattoos I didn't mind. You know, especially with the hand. That I thought was pretty cool.
Are you talking about the smile like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed too forced. And it seemed like it was more of just a regular villain than the actual Joker. Like just a regular bad guy who is insane, but not Joker level insane.
You know what it kind of reminded me
That's
of,
fair.
Dave? This is kind of this partial rabbit hole.
Sure.
Remember in Batman Beyond how the Joker technically still existed. Now, granted, they brought him actual Joker back, but the title, it was a title of the Joker.
Vaguely. It's been a while since I've seen the series.
I believe there was whoever was in charge of that gang, if you will,
Got it.
was the Joker. I think I may be completely fucking wrong. So, but
Well, they have the whole series at Target, and I almost bought it the other day.
so, but it felt like it was just you weren't really a Joker.
Unless you were the Joker.
Yeah, it didn't feel. It's like it's that character just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad they wrote him off.
I preferred Cesar Romero's fucking Joker.
I'm glad they wrote him off, and I feel like, and this is, we can get into this more in the what if portion of the show if we get there, but I feel like with the whole thing going on in the TV universe with the Crisis on Infinite Earth, they can actually bring in another Joker and another Batman from different worlds into the current DC universe because they're still filming movies. They've got the next Wonder Woman set to come out soon. They're filming Aquaman 2. They just released Harley Quinn. So they can absolutely do that. As kind of like we have this opportunity to do a do-over. But that can go into the what if.
Okay.
But I mean, DC does do-overs every single few years because they can't keep the same actors. Like their stories are either shit, they can't keep the same actors, or it's just not good. Like it's all fucking trash.
Well,
I
can fight that right now, or not fight it. I can agree with you on that with Batman. Ben Affleck, in my honest opinion, is the best Batman we've had on film because he played both roles very well. He was a great Bruce Wayne and a great Batman. Michael
So was
Keaton,
Christian Bale.
really? He was a
Yes.
horrendous Batman.
Nope.
He was
Love
a
it.
great Bruce Wayne. He was a terrible Batman.
I think the problem we run into with Batman is.
Well, let me just spit this last part out and then you
Go
go.
ahead.
Michael Keaton, not a good Bruce Wayne, great Batman.
I think Michael Keaton was a fantastic Batman for that Batman movie. For the Batman movies that he was in, yes, absolutely.
You know
Would
who's
he have
terrible
been-
at both?
Who?
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Val
Val
Kilmer was good as Bruce.
Yes.
I don't-
He was
see, I
good.
don't-
He wasn't great.
Good. He was good as Bruce. Batman, and George Clooney, you can't fault him completely because them storylines were garbage and plus nipple suit. So it's.
I mean, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, we've talked
They
about
had
that
a fucking
before, too.
musical in the movie, pretty much.
Yes, they did. They
Like,
did.
come on.
So it's a role. Batman is a role you have to play two parts, just like in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just like in Spider-Man. Peter Parker and Spider-Man are two different personalities. They act different. Batman and Bruce Wayne act different.
Yep.
But Ben Affleck was lucky enough to be playing a older Batman.
Yes. If he did the origins, it would have been bad.
As older, when Batman gets older, he kind of becomes the same person. He
Mm-hmm.
gets closer to being the same personality all the way around.
Well, I mean, in the comics, and even from the off shit that they have going on, I mean, there's an old Batman. I think it's not Bruce Wayne, it's his dad, who's old and just starts murking people left and right.
It's when his Joker's the mom, right? His mom's a Joker, right? There's a version where
Maybe?
there's one of the universes, because I think it's fucking Crisis situation, fucking Barry Allen, but
God damn it, Flash.
yeah, it's really what it is. They go to one and it's Thomas Wayne is Batman, Joker is Martha Wayne, and that happened because that night where Thomas and Martha Wayne were supposed to have been murdered, it was Bruce Wayne that was killed, and his mom goes crazy, and then Thomas Wayne is trying to stop her.
Oh.
But has no morals. He's
Oh
killing
yeah, he's
everybody.
violent as fuck. He cares.
Guns,
zero
fucking
fucks.
the whole.
Yes,
get
he
up.
doesn't care.
I have not read that story, Art.
There's actually it's a movie. There's a movie about it too, isn't it?
I think there is.
There's an animated movie for it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Might have to look into that DC Universe app because I know they got Batman Beyond on there.
Yes, they do.
Get that and see what they got as far as.
Oh yeah, but yeah, there's that one. Did you guys ever see the whole? See, we've already gone fucking down rabbit hole. Did you guys ever? So there was some theory out there about who the Joker is or how the Joker came to be and how they really don't have one set origin. And somebody wrote up something regarding like time travel, and it has to do with Bruce Wayne. I think as Batman at some point goes back in time, realizes that I can't remember what the fucking thing is, and he realizes that he's the one that has to fucking kill his parents in order for himself to become Batman. So
Really?
He goes fucking crazy because of it. He kills his parents as an adult. He kills his parents while he's a kid, so that kid him can become Batman. He goes crazy from it, becomes the Joker.
That's fucking wild. What the fuck?
I can't. I'll see if I can find it and send it to you guys.
I mean, that's some like Flashpoint shit though, because in the series Flash, he goes back, saves his parents, has to go back, let him die, has to go back, save him. Like it's fucking endless.
Yeah. It's one of those things, type of situations. I can't remember all the details, but it was something along those lines where he realizes he's the one that has to kill his parents in order for him to become Batman.
That's fucking nuts,
And
bro.
that's what drives him crazy. Like he tries to commit suicide or something like that, and then the whole chemicals and who knows what the fuck happened, the white face and everything, he goes crazy and Joker.
Ah! That's crazy, dude.
Now that's obviously not canon at all.
No.
Somebody just fucking wrote it up, but I was like, all right, that's a different
That's a
take on it.
wild fucking thing. That's a wild story, but that's kind of fucking cool.
All right,
Jesus
so
Christ.
back to Batman.
Yes.
Taskmaster.
Jesus Christ.
Black Widow Taskmaster.
So there's a new Batman coming out, starring Robert Pattinson.
Sparkly Batman.
I'm on the fence. I want to see how he does.
I think
I'm
he's
gonna
going
give him the
to at
chance
least do a good Bruce Wayne.
I'm going to give him a chance because, yes, I know Twilight ruined his name, but I've seen clips of other stuff he's been in, and he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So I'll
B-list
give him.
movies and stuff.
Doesn't matter.
He's so
I know. I'm not.
slow,
I'm just saying that's what. What's what.
I
it
mean,
is.
because like Frank
good.
Grillo. Frank Grillo has been in so many B-list movies his entire career. Do you know who that is? Crossbones from Captain America: Civil War.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He was also in the last two Purge movies, or Purge 2 and 3.
As the murderer or a guy who wanted to kill him, and then the CIA or Secret Service.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's been in so many different movies, and he very few A movies, but he's an incredible fucking actor.
Mhm.
So I'll even say the same thing about Harry Potter. Well, Daniel Radcliffe, the dude's got range.
He just got typecast.
He did. He very much did.
I mean, he did fucking 8 fucking movies over most of his life.
That's sold
so
billions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
that's the thing. He made so much money. I don't think he has an issue doing the little indie type movies that he's doing
Right.
because he likes what he's doing.
He likes acting, and he's not going to let that one role be his definition. So I'm going to give it a chance. I'm very anxious about it because, you want it to be a good Batman movie because how many shitty Batman movies have we gotten?
Enough.
I want to see this take on it. I really hope Todd Phillips has a hand in it because he was the one who did the Joker.
Oh, which means Dalton's going to hate him.
Probably.
But I mean, I do like the idea because we've seen multiple shots of Pattinson in the uniform or stunt doubles, whatever. They're like 3 different ones, and each one they can relate back to a comic that's of Batman. You know what I mean? Like when he's riding a motorcycle, that's one with, I don't know if it's arrows or some shit on his wrist. There's another one by his car, and then there's the scowl one we got.
But one of the images I saw, it looked very Daredevil-esque.
That was the scowl.
And I don't know how I feel about it, but it's got me interested because if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's got 2 guns up here.
I think that's
in
the
bat
gun.
symbol.
That's the gun that killed his parents because that's in the comics as well.
Okay.
That he melted down and put in there, or formed it.
Okay. So I'm curious to see if this man is going to be the Bruce Wayne from the Joker. If it is, it could basically be
A younger Batman.
a younger Batman, a whole different universe that can be tied together in possibly the next Justice League movie.
Well, we'll find out if there's any references anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the problems with.
Because right now there are no outside references in Joker because it is basically the beginning of everything.
Well, the other thing is that there's no. DC has a problem of like disconnecting absolutely everything from each other.
Absolutely, which is why there's so many
Everything.
flashpoints, Crisis on Infinite Earth, all that shit.
They disconnect. They tend to like not reference existing movies and characters or existing situations that happen. That is the one thing where DC's kind of failing on that one in my eyes. Like Marvel's movies are fantastic for that reason because they connect them all. DC says no, we're not doing that. It almost looks like They don't want to do that strictly because they don't want to follow Marvel's what's it called, equation to do that shit.
But they did that in the comics, so let's look at it. You've got a rich guy who built a suit and has no powers that basically is a vigilante superhero. That screams two names to me. Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark. You've got a guy that shoots a bow and arrow with no magical powers. He's just real fucking good with an arrow. That screams two names to me. Green Arrow, Hawkeye. You've got... What else you got? You got fucking... Namor and fucking Aquaman. Both from the fucking sea. I mean, the list goes on with all the similarities.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. There's so much to speculate on with the new Batman movie coming out. I hope he does a good job because I'm really getting tired of bad DC movies. But I believe they have an out if they ever decide to bring in Robert Pattinson and Joaquin Phoenix into the DC universe that they built with Ben Affleck. They could do a Bruce Wayne was killed kind of situation, or the Crisis on Infinite Earth happens and people switched places, something like that. The only reason I say that is because they brought in Ezra Miller for Crisis on Infinite Earth. And he had a face-to-face with TV show Flash.
With Barry?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So they can absolutely do that because they use the guy from the fucking movies to go into the TV show world. So why wouldn't they, you know?
Not wrong.
They've got options. They've got outs. They can make this pretty fucking awesome. They just have to stick to it. And they have not
to actually use it.
Right. You know, and I feel like we're kind of owed a couple on some villains that they've fucked up in the past. Mr. Freeze, Bane.
Nice to meet you.
I mean, we got
all right,
Bane
everyone.
back.
Chill.
Everybody,
you know, like the comic book version.
Huh?
I said we got Bane. I feel like they.
It was terrible how they did it. I like they got the look just right. They got the story of him just right. Well, not just right, but kind of not horrible. The portrayal in the movie.
They made him a pawn.
Yes.
And he is one.
Now, if he had the story that Tom Hardy had in Dark Knight Rises, perfect. But use the same look and character progression for the little bit that we got.
Oh, even Tom Hardy's version was wrong.
I agree. I liked it, but it was wrong.
I mean, you had to tell someone what it was saying or anything like that, but you know. But other than that, it was okay.
I don't know. I kind of like the respirator, just the sound of
it. I mean.
Well, we already know you have bad taste, so.
It's very true.
The glare at me.
Calm down, scowling Robert Pattinson.
That's terrible.
I think
we don't need a redo on Poison Ivy. I think we got a really good one with that. I would like to see the return. I was about to say I want to see the return of the Riddler, but it's got to be Jim Carrey. I don't see another Riddler. Or Johnny Depp. I could see that.
I could see Johnny Depp playing everybody.
And Two-Face was far too short-lived.
Two-Face was so bad.
Which one, the first or second one? Because I think they're both trash.
Yes.
I will say this, and I know it's never going to happen because he's old as fuck now. Billy D. Williams should have got a real shot at it.
At Two-Face?
Yeah. He was Harvey Dent in the original Batman.
That's right, he was.
And then in the third one, they didn't bring him back. They brought in Tommy Lee Jones. So what story makes sense there? None. None stories make sense.
None of the DC stories make sense because they ended after 2 years and they start over again.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It is true. I was pretty excited to see Billy D. Williams got to play the voice of Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie. That made me happy. But I want to see a real Two-Face progress throughout movies. Not like, I mean, we didn't get to see the progression. We only saw it in one movie with Aaron Eckhart. He was a good Harvey Dent. He was a terrible Two-Face.
Well, he wasn't Two-Face for long. It's not like he had
for
time
like 24
to play
hours
Two-Face.
in the movie. That's all.
Like we need a full movie of just Batman versus Two-Face. Like that's the bad guy for that one, and he gets arrested, goes to Arkham, and then you have the what was Lex Luthor's League?
Legion of Doom.
There it is.
Yep.
And I know he wasn't really part of it, but he could be part of it. Like Lex Luthor can get these bad guys together to go after the Justice League.
As long as it's not what's his face as Lex Luthor.
See, I like Jesse Eisenberg.
Nope.
I liked it.
Fuck, what was his name? The guy who played on the Lex Luthor before him.
In Smallville?
Is that who it was?
Are you talking about in Smallville, or are you talking about in
the Superman?
The guy who played in American Beauty.
Oh, Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, he's not getting a role anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
I'm just saying somebody older.
He's in that classification of actor witness.
So here's the thing. Now, what the fuck is his name? Is it Rosenbaum?
Oh, Michael Rosenbaum. Yeah, the guy from Smallville.
Yeah, the guy from Smallville.
The Crisis on Infinite Earth. They could fucking tie all this shit together and make a whole set.
So like Dalton said, we want something older, right?
Yeah.
Rosenbaum's older now. He's not a kid. He's not some teenager anymore.
Shave that head.
He could easily play Lex.
I mean, you got to have somebody who's been there, already has that thing for greed and has had.
And if Henry Cavill doesn't want to come back as Superman, you could bring back any number of people.
Well, yeah, except for.
Obviously.
Yeah. Dalton didn't want to laugh.
That's so wrong.
Funny. That's not funny.
No, you could even bring. I don't know. Do any of you guys watch Supergirl? I know people watch it. I don't. But
I haven't yet. I mean, I still haven't caught up on Flash or Green Arrow to like.
I stopped
dude, I'm not even halfway through Green Arrow. I know that there was a guy who played Superman in in like a few episodes in Supergirl.
Yes.
That could be an option. You could bring back the dude who played him in Smallville. You could bring in, I hate to say it, Brandon Routh. He's an option.
I mean, he's already Adam, but yeah.
Yeah, but he was also Superman.
Yes. So I guess you could bring both of them, have him play both.
It could be kind of like a weird, whoa, you look like me. Whoa, you kind of thing. But I don't know. There's so much you could do with this. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna get into the what ifs of DC.
So since we're talking about DC, and
Tyler Hoechlin.
Who?
That's his name. Tyler Hoechlin, who plays the Superman.
Oh.
So since we brought up Mr. Freeze, what if you had Mark Strong?
He'd be a good Mr. Freeze. He's got a good look. He's tall. He's bald. He's skinny.
I think he could do Mr. Freeze.
He has an accent.
Does. Honestly, at this point, anybody but Arnold. It was so fucking terrible. So bad. The only consistent part in those movies was Alfred. It was the same guy.
Was it?
Yes. The same Alfred from Michael Keaton's Batman was the same one that died at the end of Batman and Robin.
I don't recall that, or I know the death, but I don't remember the actor.
Yeah, it's the same actor.
I believe you. Maybe.
It was. I feel ashamed to admit this. As a child, I enjoyed those movies because I was an idiot.
Same.
And as I got older, I watched them, and I'm like, why the fuck did I like these movies?
Look, nostalgia plays a big factor in things for movies like that.
I guess I hope that the more I watch them, the better they got, but it just got worse.
Nostalgia's a big thing with movies like that. Like, one thing I recommend nobody ever do not, if you're old enough like me, do not go back and watch like He-Man or Thundercats.
Oh,
it's awful. The shit is awful.
I tried.
It's terrible.
So I did that. So I got Disney Plus, and I did that a little bit with like X-Men and Darkwing Duck and all that stuff. They're so terrible.
Those are better.
They're better, but they're still bad.
Those are better, but
they're
you
still
go
bad.
back far enough, them fucking He-Man cartoons and the
dude,
Thundercats
G.I.
cartoons.
Joe.
Oh, bad. It's so bad.
Batman Joker.
Oh, yeah, Batman Joker. Anyway, Batman Joker. So.
You might as well take another one. Fuck.
So, Batman Joker. Where were we? So.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So, why don't we go. How about this? And let's bring into account to the anime. Now, I will say DC animated.
Oh, DC animated fucking kills everything.
Incredible.
I love watching Justice League. I do remember that. That shit was on point.
The
Which
90s
one?
Batman, the Batman, the animated series. That
Good.
incredible show. Kevin Conroy, probably the best voice of Batman.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hamill, probably the best voice for Joker.
I agree.
Well, did you ever watch? Because I know Dave, you said Did you watch Flash, Dave, or no?
No.
Have you, Omar?
Flash, like the show.
Yeah.
I not all the way through.
All right. So in there's a villain called the Prankster or Trickster.
Yes.
That's who it is.
Yes,
And it's Mark
Mark
Hamill.
Hamill.
Yeah. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's
all I could think was Joker.
Joker.
I mean, it's not his. I mean, he's old. He can't. He's much older at this point. He can't play an actual Joker right now. He can't.
No, not at all.
But as far as voices are concerned, I don't.
If they did a Batman Beyond movie in the next couple of years, he could. He could play an older Joker.
Well, when they brought him back in Batman Beyond, it was like they reincarnated him basically. So he was young again.
Yeah, but I mean, they could do. It's a movie. They're not going to follow the cartoons or comics.
Yeah, true.
Did you guys ever play the Batman video games?
I have Arkham Knights on my PlayStation. I haven't played it yet.
I can't remember the order, but Joker's in them, and in one of them, he's the final boss. You beat him, and like at the end credit scene or end of the game, he's all IV'd up and basically dead, pretty much. Harley's keeping him alive. I don't know. They could somehow swing that. I don't know how, but I feel like it'd be a good outlook because he's controlling stuff from behind the scenes.
How far back are we talking though? Are we talking like Super Nintendo, or are we talking like
No.
PlayStation era? Because I had the old Batman games.
No, I'm
See,
talking
I didn't start
Xbox
playing.
One.
I didn't start playing any of that until it was Injustice. That was probably the first Batman game I played, which it wasn't even Batman. It was just all the DC characters. And then, I just got Arkham Knight because it was on sale for Black Friday, and I still haven't played it.
It's actually, all the Arkham games are pretty good, even the Tall Tale.
That's what I've heard. I haven't really gotten into them. But so getting back on track, because we're always off track. This rivalry between Batman and Joker there isn't anything that touches it. There is no comic book feud that is ranked higher than this one.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
This is the one that when you think, like a lot of people, this is the story that got people into comics.
Huh.
An argument can be made for Captain America and the Red Skull, but that's only in the Marvel side. For any comic book readers, Batman and Joker tops everything. But if you're going just DC specific and eliminating Batman and Joker DC specific and Marvel, Captain America, Red Skull, and I would even say Batman and Deathstroke.
I mean, he's the only Batman Joker I feel is the only, he has different villains, different enemies, but it always comes back to Joker. It always circles around. Everybody else, you either kill them or, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Like-
Batman and Joker are basically the different side of the same coin.
But look at the Marvel side of that with Captain America: Red Skull in the comics, not in the movies, in the comics. Red Skull was the one who put the hit out on Captain America in the Civil War comic. He, Crossbones is the one that initially shot him, and then
But it's not
Agent
the same,
13 is the one that
like-
killed him. Like, I get what you're saying, but, like, through it all, Red Skull is Captain America's big number one baddie.
Yes, everybody has their arch nemesis,
Right.
but I think the line between Joker and Batman is a lot thinner than some people think.
100% agree.
It is. I mean, it's been said before in the comics. Batman may very well be essentially one really bad day from becoming the Joker himself.
Absolutely agree. And I like how they portrayed that in Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. How he's basically just gives no fucks at this point. And he's branding people he sends to jail. That's not Batman. That's a very dark Batman.
That's kind of
That's a
Batman
very
like.
broken, damaged Batman.
Yeah.
And I think that is the Batman if we were going to see him go down that road to becoming, one step away from becoming Joker, that's the Batman we need to continue to watch.
Has there been
But-
anything said for Pattinson's Batman for the villain?
No.
I've seen nothing.
I don't know. Let me look.
See who the cast is.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do another fucking origin story.
I don't know
If
they
this
will or
if this
not.
is gonna be a younger Batman.
Oh, Riddler.
Really?
Oh, it is Riddler?
Yep, Paul Dano.
Who the fuck is that?
And the Penguin. Colin Farrell.
Oh, you know what? I did hear
I
that
think
they
I
were
do
putting
remember
multiple
this.
ones in
Yep.
there.
Why does
Oh,
Paul
that-
Dano look
Oh,
familiar?
Catwoman's in it
A
too.
goofy motherfucker.
This is what he looks like.
So they got Catwoman in there too. I mean, did you see who they got to play Carmine Falcone?
Mm-mm.
John Turturro. Agent 7, the guy from Sector 7 in the Transformers movies.
Oh shit. Okay.
He'd be really good for that.
Yeah. He's a little goofy looking, but I think he could pull it off.
They've got a list for people to play an anarchist in the cast that could be leading up to a Joker. Type
At that
situation.
point, they're just putting too many people in one movie.
They really are, because they've already got Catwoman, they've got the Penguin, they've got the Riddler.
But granted, in the old Batman movies, 90s, wasn't Riddler and Penguin in the same one, or was it Riddler and Poison Ivy?
It was no, it was Riddler and Two-Face.
Okay, that's right.
I'm a little curious about their selection for James Gordon. They got Jeffrey Wright, the guy from Westworld. I don't know.
He's real serious and shit. I'd be a different take on him.
Hey, Omar, did you see who they got to play Alfred?
Oh, it's so good.
Ulysses Claw.
Did that? Oh yes, I did see that.
Andy Serkis.
I can't. Oh, speaking of Alfred,
Okay.
this brings it back to one of my notes on Joker.
Yep.
Was it just me, or was the dude that got Alfred to play Alfred on that, even though he was on there for a very brief moment, seemed like a little bit of a bitch
Where?
in Joker?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't a fan of him.
I didn't like him.
I didn't know who the fuck it was.
I don't know either, but look,
Yeah, I was not a fan of him.
Alfred is former Special Forces.
Jeremy Irons Alfred is my favorite.
Alfred is former Special Forces. For him to come off looking like that much of a bitch, I did not like that. I was like, just don't let him look like that.
The only time you ever get to see Alfred as, the OG that he fucking is in the
in Gotham.
Arkham. Yeah, in Gotham. That's what it is. That's
in
it.
Gotham, in the
like
show.
You start slaying people left and right. Somebody breaks in. I was like, oh fuck, all right.
Yeah, that's when because he's the one that teaches little kid Bruce how to fight, isn't he?
Yeah.
Douglas Hodge. He was in Gemini Man. And yeah, he was in Red Sparrow. I've never seen it though.
Neither movie I have seen.
Wasn't that Jennifer Lawrence movie?
Yes.
Oh, the prequel to Black Widow.
The alleged prequel.
Black Widow Taskmaster.
Yeah. No. Apparently this guy.
Abilities.
Apparently this guy did a lot of TV acting. I don't know why they got him for Alfred, but he sucked.
I mean, on one hand, it's one of those things where if they were going to make him, if they're going to have a sequel and kind of concentrate more on a young parentless, an orphan Bruce growing up and turning him into Batman, then okay, that was a bad idea. Don't bring him back as Alfred, replace him.
Right.
But if they're not going that route, then who cares? It's just a character.
Well, it's like the same Alfred that they used in the first 4 Batman movies. He was a very old, frail man.
Yes.
That's
but
it.
At that point, he's already Batman. He's already been Batman for a while now.
True. But also look at the Christopher Nolan trilogy. Michael Caine. He played a good Alfred as the butler.
Yes.
But he did not give that Special Forces background vibe. The only one that ever did in cinema was Jeremy Irons.
Yes.
And he played a fucking fantastic Batman.
That's because...
Or Alfred, not Batman.
That's because he's a...
Well, Jeremy Irons is a certified G, so...
Yeah, I mean, he's Hans Gruber's little brother, so...
You know what I'm saying? Simon Says.
Same but different.
So I think they made him too soft.
Oh God, he was softer than baby shit. It was terrible.
I think they made him way too soft in that, because I think if they used the guy that plays Alfred in Gotham.
Yes.
I think the Joker movie might have ended right there.
I just want to see Batman get his ass completely whooped. Alfred comes in and just starts stacking bodies left and right to save him, pretty much, just to give him that little, all right, here's the SF. Alfred's a badass secretly. You know what I mean?
Just something, and then afterwards he can damn near collapse from being way too exhausted and dealing with pain. But show something that shows he was a badass. Hell, even Alfred in the animated series, he always looked very prim and proper. But anytime he was talking to whoever, he gave zero fucks. He would talk shit to Batman. He would talk shit to the villains. He wouldn't care. There was that air of, you don't scare me.
There was that little bit
that Alfred, that little scene with Alfred, I was like, you made him soft as baby shit. That's not Alfred.
So you're bringing up a good point about Alfred in the comics. He was in that mood of, I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah.
Nobody ever really did.
No.
But he wished they would.
So yeah,
I wish he would have.
Who did they get to play Alfred in the Batman?
It's Ulysses Claw.
Oh, that's right, they did. Yeah, we just said that.
You just said that.
Wow.
Drink less, apparently, or more. I don't know.
I think I need to drink more. I'm more on my toes when I drink more. I think that was a good choice.
Hammered?
What?
Is that why you would still come to work either drunk or smell of alcohol when we used to work together?
I never did that.
What are they going to do?
Right? I think this was a good choice for the new Alfred. Kind of curious to see where it goes. Kind of curious to see if they try to play it in there that this is an older version of the bullshit we saw in Joker.
You mean
this is an older version of Alfred from Joker because it's 20 years later. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. There's so many variables, and DC keeps fucking it up. And they start these movies and they've got these great ideas, like how they did Man of Steel tying into Batman vs Superman was great. And then when they moved forward to Justice League, it was just the execution was meh. You know, I think they got a terrible person to play. God damn it. Well, that's one way to stop the show right in its tracks. I don't think they executed Justice League how they should have. I think Steppenwolf was a terrible idea.
Oh my god.
We're supposed to do a segment at the very beginning, as soon as we started recording, and we didn't do it. And I just reminded them, and it's actually, All
right, fine. We're gonna step away from DC Universe right now to bring you Omar with our Star Trek: The Next Generation update of the month. I don't know.
Weekday.
Two space
we don't
jellyfish
know.
like to fuck.
I'm sorry. Say that again, please.
2 space jellyfish want to fuck.
There you have it, folks. Those are your Star Trek Next Generation episode 1 and 2 updates. 2 jellyfish in space want to fuck. All right, back to the DC universe.
Batman Taskmaster or something.
Not even close, but nailed it.
So, question for you guys. Since we're already all over the place.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are Max Carver and Charlie Carver that are going to be in this movie?
The 2 brothers? I have no idea.
Because I'm racking my brain like, what 2 relatives are in the show? Because they look alike.
Well, they're twin brothers, so are there any twins
they are? I don't know.
in the Batman universe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, let's Google.
Let's see here. Dumfrey and Deaver Tweed. Notable aliases Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They are a duo of supervillains primarily known as enemies of Batman.
See, I got one that says Min and Max that are twins who work for Two-Face.
The Trigger Twins?
I don't know. It doesn't say that.
Oh, I don't know. There's also the Trigger Twins, which are enemies of Batman. So, I don't know. Oh, I see who you're talking about. Min and Max. That could be leading up to a Two-Face. Because I just see something on Inverse. The Batman casting news could reveal a shocking villain. Min and Max, henchmen of Two-Face.
Because there's the Kabuki twins, but they're females. They're like
the Trigger Twins.
Ooh, hold on a second. Matt Reeves, the Batman, adds Charlie and Max Carver. They could take on the world of DC Comics from either the heroic Wonder Twins, the evil Trigger Twins, to Batman villains Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Nothing about Min and Max. So, could be a couple of things that could also lead us to the Wonder Twins. But I doubt it's going to be the Wonder Twins.
Nah, I don't think it would be.
I don't think this one's going to have any cosmic proportions in it at all.
Well, aren't the Wonder Twins one male, one female?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
that doesn't work. Unless they're doing their own spin on it. I mean, we're getting a black Commissioner Gordon. We haven't had that before. So they could be changing it to just both guys, which, I don't know, it doesn't make sense in this society. You'd think they'd go both female.
Nah.
No?
Nah, there are certain things that it's key.
I mean, I agree. I don't think it's going to be the Wonder Twins. I would rather see them as Min and Max.
I think they're
But
more
then
like
that would introduce Two-Face. That'd be
Yep.
3 villains right there. Like that's overdoing. I wouldn't even go see it. Like I just.
Well, no. They don't have a major role in this movie. They're just being introduced.
Okay.
So it could be building to future movies to where we would eventually get Two-Face with Min and Max.
With the 17th Two-Face with the.
How old
15th
are they?
Batman.
I have no idea. They could be the Trigger Twins, though.
Probably late 20s.
But I have a feeling they're going to be Tweedledee and Tweedledum at some point in the future. So, I don't know.
Nah, he's 31, so they're not kids.
Yeah. Wonder Twins are out.
Batman Joker.
I probably think, well, we're talking about the Batman right now and the
We
cast
are.
calls. Don't give me that fucking look.
Fucking eat you. How about that?
You shove it up your ass.
All fast food. Fuck you.
What
I didn't realize fucking Robert Pattinson was that tall.
Yeah, he's like 6'3", ain't he?
He's 6'1", but I didn't think he was that tall.
Really? I thought he was taller than that.
I thought he was shorter.
I thought he was 6'5". I don't know why.
Well, now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
And the other half is violence.
He's going to have to bulk up for this, too, unless they're going to play a super skinny Batman.
I mean,
that was my one issue with it. Like,
you don't really have to bulk up that much. I mean, look at Christian Bale. He wasn't built, but he was cut.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't expect to see a Ben Affleck Batman who's just fucking.
Oh, dude, Ben Affleck got jacked for that role.
He was swole.
Swole.
Batfleck got swole.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. I just like that Batman better. Plus, I like the suit better. It reminded me of the Dark Knight TV show. The gray suit and the black cape. That's what it reminded me of. I like that Batman. But, anywho's. I don't know.
Who's your favorite Batman? All of you, both of you.
Ben Affleck.
Christian Bale.
What about yours?
Yeah. Huh?
Wait, hold on. You said favorite Batman. Michael Keaton.
Nostalgia points me to Michael Keaton as well.
Nah, I'm going Bale. I'm younger.
You're so bad.
I don't think it was bad.
Dave.
I don't think it was bad.
The voice ruined it.
Where are the drugs going?
Where are the drugs going? Fuck face. Have you seen those?
College Humor?
College Humor? Go look up Bad Man.
Oh, yeah, Badman, College Humor. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, the best one is
Bane.
Yeah, the one with Bane. So good.
It was like, oh, you can fuck Buffet.
Oh, when he was talking about how he was fucking Talia.
Yeah.
Yep.
An order that will surprise you. Ask about
that. Guy who talks through a crab. Who's your favorite Bruce Wayne? See, I've got love for all three of them. Best Batman was Michael Keaton. Best Bruce Wayne was Christian Bale. Best both was Ben Affleck.
I'm going Christian Bale. All around.
Fuck it. I'm going all around Ben Affleck. I think you're a fool.
I think Val Kilmer's Bruce Wayne was pretty good.
I have to go back and watch it. God, I don't want to do that.
But the thing is that no one really watches it for Bruce Wayne.
No, you watch it for Batman.
And the other thing is that in Batman movies, he tends to be Batman more often than he is Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Even when he's out of the suit, when you see him, he's acting more like Batman.
Like in
just without the suit.
In Christian Bale's third movie, Dark Knight Rises, they say if you don't kill this guy, this hospital is going to blow up. Well, he gets in a Lambo and smashes into a car to hit the armored truck or some shit.
It was the second one. It was Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, because it was Joker.
But he's more often than not, you see him as Batman. He just
Not
He's
in a
just not wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Because the only time, like, for the Christian Bales, that's because I like him. I've watched him so much. Like, his birthday party. That's when he's Bruce Wayne, but quickly goes to Batman once the League of Shadows shows up and burns his fucking house down.
Before they even burn his house down, as they're leaving, as the last person is leaving, and the League of Shadows is around him, you can already see he's already in Batman mode at that point.
Yeah.
You can tell. Oh, that's one scene where Michael Caine did actually look and had that Alfred personality to him when he had that burning log on top of him. And he just says, "What good are all those push-ups if you can't push a damn log off your chest?"
There you go.
Christian Bale looks at him like, "What the fuck?"
There you go.
So even there's still a little there's something there.
There is, but he's old that one.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, Jeremy Irons is old, but he had the look. He was like, he's ready to go fucking fight somebody like right now. Got the pants tucked into the boots. He's right there with Bruce Wayne trying to fucking do everything. He's controlling the vehicles from the Batcave while Bruce is out there. That's the Alfred I enjoy.
How about
what we haven't talked about?
The
Joker from Gotham.
So, I haven't finished watching Gotham.
I haven't either.
God.
I haven't even got to where he's introduced.
Not a fan, Dalton?
It's so bad. I'd rather watch the new Joker every day of my life than have to watch that shit.
False. I think when they introduced him it was like one of the best Jokers I've seen. When you could first see the switch kind of flip when he's getting interviewed, when they first introduced his character, I think that was a great version of the Joker, just because he brought in my favorite aspects. Like, as far as favorite Joker, I'm very torn between the campiness and the nostalgia that Jack Nicholson brings, and that campiness, and that the anarchist that Heath Ledger brings. And I think the first time he flips the switch when he's in the interrogation room, I think that is a good combination of both for that brief moment. Now, I didn't watch too much of it because eventually he went to prison, and then I didn't really see him again, and I stopped watching the show. But I'll have to see. But that version, that one scene for me, his mannerisms and how his cadence kind of came off like Jack Nicholson, and then the darker stuff came out more like Heath Ledger's.
I got you. So you got a bit of both.
And then he laughed at the end. He did a very Joker-esque laugh. No one's gonna beat Mark Hamill's laugh at the Joker.
Agreed.
Period. No one's gonna beat that laugh.
Which is why I think they change it up every time you get a new Joker.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix had his own little laugh that he did.
So Joaquin Phoenix, only once did he have a laugh that I was like,
that was real.
Joker.
And that was when he was walking to go talk to his boss after.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That right there. That scene right there. That was
because look at his face. Like, his face doesn't change. He's looking at the ground. He does the laugh, and it goes back to just straight faced.
That scene right there. That exact moment right there. And I was like, that's the only time he laughed like the Joker.
Yep.
And that's also the only time he was genuinely laughing.
Really?
Because he thought something was funny. Because
every
other time when he was laughing, it was his whole condition where something terrible has happened and he's laughing because of his condition. This was him laughing at somebody telling a joke.
No, nobody was telling a joke in that scene.
No, something funny was going on when he just walked away from his coworkers. Somebody said something funny.
Huh.
And he started laughing. I'll have to go back and watch it again.
Oh, yeah, because all the other times he's laughing, it's an uncomfortable moment.
Yes. This was like other people are laughing, and he laughed as well.
Yeah. I got you. The Heath Ledger Joker was completely different. Very creepy. but I liked it. And, you know, Jack Nicholson just did his laugh. But
I think,
don't know.
When it comes to favorite Jokers, it's hard to pick.
Everybody brings their own bit to it, you know? I liked Joaquin Phoenix, and I think he could be a great Joker moving forward in a series.
So,
It's got to be a very dark, rated R series.
So, like since we're going about what everyone brings, Jack Nicholson's is the campiness, the 90s, the animated Batman, the animated series, Joker's type of style.
Yes.
Hey, real quick. This came from the director. The only time Arthur/Joker really lasts in the movie is the very last scene.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, the director's wrong.
Interviewed.
I said it.
Yeah, fuck you, Todd Phillips.
I saw the movie.
Synced it.
Anyway.
But so he brings. That's what Jack Nicholson brings. You got Heath Ledger's brings the anarchist, the violence, the aggressiveness. Joaquin Phoenix brings the insanity, the sheer insanity.
Like legitimately crazy.
If we can kind of combine all three of those.
Well, they did that, and we got Jared fucking Leto. I'm kidding. Jared Leto, you suck. This Joker, please go away. But stick around as Morbius. I hope you do good.
Oh, this motherfucker has a cult now on some island or some bullshit. So.
What?
Jared Leto? He has like followers and shit who dress in white robes.
I mean, let's be honest. Jared Leto's best movie was Lord of War, and it wasn't even his movie. Anyways, I don't know. I think if we're gonna get great Jokers moving forward, or great Joker movies moving forward, and they stick with Joaquin Phoenix, they have to be rated R. They have to be, because we're not going to get the full effect of who the Joker is from the comics if we don't get that violent side. So you watched Joker. What did you think about that final transformation?
It was fitting for that character.
Okay.
I will say also, since I had notes on this shit, I had zero sympathy for the three dudes he killed.
In the subway?
Yeah.
I didn't either. Yeah. Like, get wrecked, bitch.
Like, zero sympathy. And
right.
And it kind of annoyed me with the whole Thomas. That's a whole nother thing. The whole Thomas Wayne and who is Joe. I was like, did he though? Maybe he did. But did he? Like, did he stick his dick in crazy? I don't know. He might have, but there was really no solid evidence. There really wasn't.
Well, then they had that picture.
I know. I love your smile, but it could. I've said that to female friends of mine.
True, as have I. But you look at, they paid to have the records wiped.
The amount of effort it would have to do that, I understand. Lord knows he would have had the money to do it. But even Alfred, there's the whole the recognition, and people were talking about that part. But even then, he was like, "All right, I recognize you." Could it not have been? Oh, it's that crazy bitch that thought this kid was fucking Thomas Wayne's son.
Right.
That thought she had a fucking relationship with Thomas, and there was nothing there. It was that level of recognition. Is it possible in that storyline? It is absolutely possible. It is also absolutely possible that it didn't happen.
Right, because he showed time and time again he was crazy.
Yeah, they're both crazy. Him and his mom was crazy.
And then when he, dude, let's talk about when he was.
Real mom.
That's true. Not even his real mom, according to the paperwork.
Let's talk about him sitting in that chick's apartment.
Oh, when that shit happened, I was like, oh, this motherfucker was imagining this shit.
Yes. Fucking wild, bro.
And she was not killed.
No?
No. This I did look up as well.
I know when he left it open. Like, did he kill her before he left?
He didn't. I think this is the part the director got right. And he left it open purposely like that, but at the same time, I think they cut the scene or something. But he doesn't kill anybody that hasn't wronged him.
That's fair.
Remember the midget?
Yeah, he let him go.
The little person? Sorry. I'm putting my
Short,
hand up, but it's below the screen. So
the shortest guy in the room?
Yeah. So he let him go. He just flat out said, I'm not going to hurt you. You can go. So he never hurt anybody he didn't hurt anybody that has not hurt him.
Right.
He did nothing to Bruce.
He didn't.
He was going there, and in his eyes, he was going to kind of to try to interact with who he thought was his brother.
Yeah. So what do you think about that line that you had sent me a text about?
I can't go shit.
About the mental health?
Oh, oof. Yeah, in this fucking notebook.
That hit. That shit hit.
I was like, oh, goddamn. I
yeah,
can't remember
dude.
What was the exact?
Let me go. I'm going back to the text. I have to scroll past your tequila Krispy Kreme bread pudding. Where did you send that to?
Is that on par with tortilla flopping or what?
No,
not at all. Not at all. Oh, you sent it to me here. The worst part about having a mental illness is people expect you to behave as if you don't.
I was like, that was an oof.
That was a large, supersized oof.
Yes. Very true.
Oh, is 100% true?
Very true. Dealt with it with my ex. She and I still get along. So we still talk. But yeah, and I want to because after I saw that, I kind of want to go back, and anytime there's shots of his notebook, I want to actually go and see what else.
Right.
What else is in there? Because there's a lot. Did you guys catch the Anti-Fate reference?
Mm-mm.
When he's talking to the guy about getting his mom's paperwork.
Oh, down at the basement of Arkham?
Yeah. Yes, that. Yes, there we go.
That's his notebook.
So the guy says, all right, she was diagnosed by Dr. Benjamin Stoner. The fact that he said his name is the only reason I kind of went back. And I was like, what name did he say? Because they're not going to just randomly drop some name just to kind of have it out there for no reason.
Right.
I went and looked, and that is Dr. Benjamin Stoner is Anti-Fate, who is a villain.
Real.
Yes.
Interesting.
Who was head of Arkham Asylum at some point, and I think
he was the head doctor.
Yeah, he ends up wearing the helmet of Anti-Fate.
Interesting.
So yeah, so they name dropped that one, and I was like, let me go back a little bit and see. And yeah, so there's other people that caught it too, but when I heard the name and the fact that they clearly dropped the name and like this person diagnosed your mother.
Right.
That's when I was like, let me go look this name up.
So the others, and I know we got to get out of here, but I want to know what's going on moving forward. Like, because the other thing I heard was with this Joker, we're not going to get any more movies. Like, this was just a standalone Joker movie. And I think that is a bad idea. I think it needs to move forward, and I think it needs to be done just how it was done with this one. And I think it needs to bring in other elements of the DC universe with the villains, especially with all the name drops they did in this movie. And what they did toward the end when the anarchist killed Thomas and Martha Wayne. You know, my biggest fear is that all this took place and Robert Pattinson is going to end up just being the adult version of Gotham Bruce Wayne. You know? Because Gotham starts after Bruce's parents are dead, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's immediately after, isn't it?
It's like right after the death, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
What
It
if
takes like 3 or 4
Joker,
seasons for him to become Batman?
and while we still have the guy who plays the character of the Joker in Gotham, what if Joker takes place right before Gotham starts and then Robert Pattinson is adult version of Bruce Wayne?
I don't think the timeline set's right. Because I think Joker is supposed to be taking place around 1981.
Is it?
There were little hints and like things like that. Like I think there's like certain movies that were playing and when those movies came out and stuff like that. It's supposed to take place in 1981.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't mind seeing if they combine Robert Pattinson's Batman by at least referencing that the Gotham Uprising is what it's being called in Joker. If they can at least kind of reference that, I can see that. I can see that working.
Absolutely.
I can see that working. I wouldn't mind seeing not necessarily an entire movie of, okay, now we've seen Joker become Joker. Like
I do not need to see Batman become Batman.
No, I don't need to see Batman become Batman.
I could see him. Hey, the opening scene is like he's stopping somebody in a rough draft of a suit, and then he goes back and he builds the new suit, and then we move on.
Have that taken care of in the first like 20 minutes of a montage or something like that.
Exactly. I don't need to see an origin story.
Same for the opposite side.
I don't need to see the same parents get killed in an alley again.
And the pearls.
God.
For the 10th fucking time.
We get it.
And then I don't want to see the Joker. Okay, he's become the actual Joker now, but he hasn't become Crime Lord Joker.
But see, that's what they did with Leto.
Well,
what you guys are talking about, they did a short montage of Harley and him meeting in the psych ward,
but he was already Joker.
To
an extent, yeah, but that's that was his final form.
He was already Joker.
Oh yeah, it was a flash.
That was to show the creation of Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's right.
Because Harley Quinn falls in love with Joker.
Yep. And then helps him break out, and then
Yep.
He's already Joker.
Yeah,
I want to see
Joker
him
when they met.
Show me a montage of him and his group committing crimes, and then becoming the Joker that Batman comes after.
Now, I will say this, because obviously there's going to be about 15 to 20 years between Joker and the Batman. If they bring that story into this, we're going to need to, we don't need to see what happens. We can just know, over the last, they could say, Commissioner Gordon sees fucking Batman. He's like, dude, over the last 15 to 20 years, Joker's become the number one problem here. Ever since the Gotham Uprising. And bam, there it is. It's laid out. And now we've got Joaquin Phoenix versus fucking Twilight.
I did like his scene with Robert De Niro.
Which one?
He shot him in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. You get what you deserve. Boom.
And you could see, after he did it, he was just like, what the fuck did I just do? Yep, I did it. Here I am.
He just sat there, slumped over, just like, all right, come on.
That shit fucking blew my mind.
That was very Joker-esque.
Very, very Joker-esque.
So what is it?
So here's
Dalton doesn't like him. What do you not like about that?
Hold on, before we get to that, because I got a question for you, Omar, because I know Dalton doesn't care to answer it. At the end of Joker, when he's running out of the asylum, the blood footprints, he kills the person who was interviewing him?
I think he did.
I think he did too, but does he ever escape from the institution? And here's my next question. Was all this just a dream? Did he just imagine all of it?
I don't think
Because
so. 'Cause why would they go off in the alley and where Thomas and Martha get shot when he when he was in the middle of the street?
I think all that actually happened.
Yeah.
I think all that actually happened. I think the only possibility is that he imagined killing the person he was talking to at the end. That is a possibility. Since obviously we see that his imagination is nuts. Just from that beach scene.
Yeah.
Sophie.
Well, my thing with that is it didn't show him getting arrested again and taken to Arkham. It just showed where he was standing on the hood. Now, I could be mistaken because it's been a while since I've seen it. It showed him standing on the hood and all the people around him, and then it just cuts. And now he's in Arkham.
So, personally, I don't think his character would have run away from being arrested.
He ran from the cops. He ran from the cops throughout on his way to the Furry show.
On the way, but after?
But he's on top of the fucking world now.
He's like, look who I am. People are celebrating me. I don't care what you do.
That's fair.
He was happy as can be on the top of that hood with the applause that he was getting. Like, plus, he's crazy. I don't know how crazy people think.
That's true. He is crazy.
Like, yeah, you're not wrong.
Anyway, what were you gonna you were asking Dalton a question?
Yeah, what do you not like about Joker?
I don't think, because the only Joker I ever had really, besides Jack Nicholson and me, I was like 5, was Heath Ledger, and I think he set the bar for what I like. It was just complete utter chaos, but he controlled it. He knew exactly what was going to happen, and you know what I mean. This guy, he kills 4 people, sorry, and that's it. Like, yeah, he created an uprising, but he didn't even fucking realize it until the end when he gets hit and he's on top of a car and everybody's wearing Joker mask.
Yeah, but I'll say this to counter that. Heath Ledger's Joker, even though he came out of nowhere, he was already who he is. We don't know what happened to make him who he is. It could have been a similar situation where he just kind of flying by the seat of his pants. I don't know. We don't know. He could have just had one bad day.
I mean, if I want to see a Joker origin, I want to see it how it was portrayed with Leto, and to a sense, falls in the acid, meets Quint, and all that shit. You know what I mean? That's just me. Not necessarily Leto's Joker, but the lead up to it.
I mean, we did. We saw that with Jack Nicholson.
It was the exact same thing. The exact same story.
I need that shit modern, all right?
Oh, that's what the issue is. You fucking kids. Yeah. Yeah. You fucking kids.
Hold on. Let's not get carried away. What do you mean, you kids? Why?
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Oh, Jesus.
I got olive skin, all right? Dave's pasty as shit.
Well,
the fuck I am.
Hold on. Time out. From what I'm seeing, you're the pasty one, Dalton. And Dave looks kind of like...
I have a light right here.
Pinkish.
I got a trucker's tan.
Pinkish.
Anyway... What,
Batman Taskmaster.
Not even close, but nailed it.
Nope.
What do you think, what do you want to see happen, Omar?
And honestly, I don't know anymore. Just because DC doesn't seem to have a clear path. It's like they're trying to figure the shit out as it goes. That's what it looks like. Like, Marvel will throw out the whole plan of, hey, these are the movies we're trying to fucking throw out in the next 2 years, pretty much.
Right.
And you have an idea. And then your mind goes down the rabbit hole with what they can do with that shit that comes out. DC is so splintered that it's like, okay, well, this movie's coming out, and then these movies are coming out. You got the Batman coming out, but you already had another Batman, and Superman and Wonder Woman movie. You have another Wonder Woman movie, which implies that Ben Affleck's Batman still exists. Or
True.
you got some other dude playing the Batman in some.
Well, here's the other thing.
Where are you going?
Affleck was supposed to direct the Batman. He was supposed to run the show for this Batman movie. So my thought process on it is this is the younger version of him. This is a younger version of the current Ben Affleck Batman. So I don't think any of this is going to tie together, but at the same time, the villains have changed because it was supposed to be Deathstroke. That was the originally stated villain for this movie because it was supposed to be a Ben Affleck movie. And then it changed over to Matt Reeves, and now Deathstroke isn't even. Slade Wilson's not even on the cast list.
Because Joe, the big dude, Joe
Manganiello or whatever.
Yeah, because there's scenes of him. Well, was it in Affleck's movie?
It was at the end of Justice League.
Okay, yeah, he rolls up like a badass, and it's him. I'm like, yes, let's.
Yeah, but then he looks just like the homeboy who played him in fucking Arrow.
Well, except the guy in Arrow is like my height, and Joe's like 6 something. So
yeah,
there's a big.
You know what? Get that guy to play Wolverine. He's short.
True that.
Yeah.
On that note, anybody else got anything on this topic that went all over the goddamn place?
So I do actually.
Okay.
So I think part of the issue with the whole Affleck situation is that the movies got shit on.
They absolutely did.
I mean, they got shit on. There's the whole meme of where they're interviewing him and Henry Cavill, and the person interviewing actually asks, like, hey, the reception hasn't been too great, and Henry Cavill just like, fuck it, whatever, and he keeps talking, but you see Ben Affleck's face just go, and then they start playing Sounds of Silence.
Hello, darkness, my
yes, and they just zoom in on his face, and it's terrible. It's funny, but it is
terrible.
But it's funny, but it's one of those things where
this is why he quit.
Yes, because the movies got shit on. That's why he quit.
No, I read an interview that he did. He said that he has loved this character forever. He finally got to play the character, and then he just got burnt out of playing it because the DC was trying to do it all so fast.
It's because DC's trying. I don't care what DC said.
He did 3 movies in 3 years for this.
That's a lot. But
he did Batman vs Superman. He had his parts in Suicide Squad, and he did Justice League.
I mean, no matter what they try to say, DC's constantly trying to play catch up right now. Marvel jumped in like head first, and
well, that's the thing. Like DC doesn't need to play catch up.
They
just need to find a start point and a finish line, and they need to put everything in between at their own pace.
And I think they need to just go ahead and deal with the fact. Go ahead and use the same goddamn formula. Who cares? Have a character movie, right?
Justice League 3 would have been fantastic to bring in Darkseid.
Have a post-credits scene where you introduce another character. Guess what? Now you make a movie about that guy. Use the goddamn same formula. Who cares? It's your own.
That's what they did for everybody. Except in Civil War, they used Civil War to introduce a lot of people.
Yeah, but
that's okay.
But use the same formula. Who cares? It works.
Yeah, we don't need a Civil War-esque movie, but you could have your Batman movie, your Wonder Woman movie, your Aquaman movie, your Superman movie, and then you could have your Justice League. Then you can have the same set over again, throwing in a Green Lantern here, or a fucking Joker movie there, or a Deathstroke here, or a fucking, Legion of Doom there. Like just throw in the random movies to build all this together for your big culminating 2-movie event, Justice League 3 and 4, to where the fucking world's gonna end and it's up to these fucking 6 or 7 people to save it.
Pretty much.
Oh, did you see the other article that came out? I sent it to Dalton. I don't know if I sent it to you about the guy who played the general in Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman is actually the Martian.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I saw that article.
Where did I send that to you? Was that on Snapchat?
Snap. Yeah, I think it was a Looper.
Oh yeah, it was a Looper thing. I'll see if I can find it on the interwebs and send it to you.
Okay.
But what I read was that they actually told him like, hey, this is who you're gonna eventually be. Act accordingly. And they told him that before Man of Steel.
So they have a plan.
They just
sort of.
fucked it all up.
They just can't execute, apparently.
Basically.
Terrible.
Very terrible. But anyway, unless we got anything else on Batman and Joker, because we stuck on that one.
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Alrighty, we will see you guys next week with our review of the MCU Phase 1. Captain America the First Avenger all the way to Avengers 1. Yes, sir.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty, we'll see you guys next week.